The village of Umuofia awoke to strange quiet. The cursed money tree lay dead in the square, its great black trunk split open like the chest of a slaughtered beast. Ash and broken thorns littered the ground. The air smelled of burned sap and old blood. No birds sang that morning. No children ran laughing through the paths. Even the goats huddled in silence as if they, too, feared to disturb the uneasy peace. But Adanna stood in the midst of it all, staring at the ruins, her heart heavy. The tree was gone. The curse broken. Obinna, lost forever. The elders gathered around her. Pa Odu coughed and leaned on his staff, the old man's blind eyes turned toward the cracking sky. "It is finished," he whispered. But Adanna shook her head. "No," she said softly. "It is not finished. I feel it still, watching. Waiting." Mema Ijeoma muttered a prayer and touched her beads. "Let the dead sleep, child. The tree is fallen. The spirit is banished." But in her heart, Adanna knew. She had seen the glowing thorn beneath the earth as the roots burned, pulsing softly in the dark. The spirit of Ezema the thirster was not gone. Only sleeping. Like old fire under ashes. Still, the village dared to hope. That day they buried the dead, those who had been chosen for sacrifice but saved by Adanna's courage. They sang low songs of mourning and of praise. The women swept the square clean of every thorn and every fragment of cursed wood, burning it with sacred oil. The chiefs poured libations to the gods, thanking them for mercy. And the drums beat once again, not for fear but for life. But as the sun set, something strange happened. A boy, little Keneki, no more than 6 years old, ran to the square laughing and dragging behind him a fat bundle of crisp, new Naira notes. The crowd gasped. Pa Odu turned, his blind face darkening. "Where did you find that?" he croaked. "Near the stream," the boy said happily. "It grew from the ground, like cassava." He held up the bundle, fresh and clean, untouched by ash or soot. A terrible silence fell. The elders gathered, faces pale and drawn. Mema Ijeoma snatched the money from the boy's hand, throwing it into the fire. But the notes did not burn. They curled, hissed, and lay untouched in the flames. Adanna's blood turned to ice. "It has begun again," she whispered. That night, Adanna could not sleep. The wind rattled the thatch above her head like dry bones. Outside, the dogs whined low in their throats. She rose, wrapping herself in cloth, and stepped into the cold darkness. And there, at the edge of the forest, she saw him. Obinna. Or what was left of him. His face was pale and smooth, too smooth, as if carved from wax. His eyes were empty black holes, his mouth a thin line. His body shimmered faintly, as if he were no more than smoke in the moonlight. "Adanna," he whispered, his voice cold as grave dust. "Why did you betray me?" She backed away, heart pounding. "Obinna, no. You are dead." "I am not dead," he said softly. "I am reborn. In the roots. In the earth. The tree feeds on me now, and I feed on it. Soon it will rise again. Greater. Hungrier. And this time, none shall escape." His hand reached out, long, thin fingers like bone wrapped in dark skin. Adanna turned and fled, running back to the village square. But everywhere she turned, she saw signs of the curse returning. Small shoots of dark wood sprouting in the paths. Thorn tips breaking through the dusty earth. At the well, the water smelled faintly of iron. And in the night air, a voice whispered, soft and sweet, the promises of gold, of wealth, of endless riches, for just one drop of blood. The village slept, dreaming of full barns, of fat goats, of shining coins. But Adanna sat awake by the fire, clutching the sacred scroll, her heart heavy with fear. She knew what must be done. She gathered the elders at dawn. "It is not over," she said. "The spirit lives. The thorn beneath the roots still breathes. We must destroy it forever. We must go to the shrine." A groan rippled through the gathering. "To the shrine?" Pa Odu croaked. "To the mouth of darkness itself. No one who goes there returns." But Adanna stood firm. "If we do not, the tree will rise again. Next moon. Next season. And it will not be so easy to stop. The whole village will be lost." The chiefs argued. The old women wept. But in the end, they knew she was right. And so, at dusk, Adanna, Pa Odu, Mema Ijeoma, and 5 brave men of the village went into the forest. The path was cold. The air thick with mist. Strange lights flickered between the trees. Shadows moved that had no shape. But they pressed on, chanting prayers, their charms tight around their necks. At last they reached the forgotten shrine. It was worse than before. The idol had grown taller, broader, its face a hollow mask of bone. Blood stains darkened the stone. And in the earth before it, the thorn glowed softly, pulsing like a heart. Adanna stepped forward. The spirit spoke. It was Obinna's voice. Sweet, gentle. Adanna, my love. Take the thorn. Plant it. You and I will rule. Wealth. Power. Beauty. You can have all you desire. Only say yes. The others froze, faces pale, eyes wide. Adanna knelt by the thorn. For a moment, she hesitated. A life without poverty, without fear, without loss. She could save the village. She could save herself. But then she remembered Obinna's face, the screams, the dead tree cracking in the square. She gripped the scroll. Spirit of greed, she whispered, her voice shaking but strong. I reject you. And she drove the sacred thorn deep into the earth. The shrine exploded in light. A scream split the forest, the voice of Ezema shrieking in rage and defeat. The ground shook. The idol cracked, falling into dust. The thorn burned bright, and vanished. Then, silence. The air cleared. The mist lifted. The forest smelled clean. The curse was broken. Truly, this time. They returned to the village as the sun rose. The tree was gone. The shoots withered. The money, the thorns, the whispers, no more. And peace returned to Umuofia. The drums beat. The children laughed. The goats danced. And Adanna sat quietly by her father's hut, watching the sky, knowing that she had done what no other could do. But deep in the forest, under the roots of forgotten trees, in the cracks of old stone, some evils sleep. And greed never dies. But for now, the village was safe. And the money tree's curse was ended. At last.